Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. Today we are looking at what is happening on the day you meet your future spouse. So I already did a reading called First Impression, so that was very focused on what you think of each other, what you first how you first saw each other, and this is more focused on the energy of the day you're going to meet your future spouse. So what is happening, like will you be running an errand, are you free, what are you doing today, what would they be doing, things like that. So yeah, this will be bowl number 1 or pile 1. Hope you can see that. And I feel like pile number 1 has a lot of new people, like new people clicking on my channel for the first time or watching my reading for the first time. So I'll explain what these bowls mean in your reading. This is bowl 2 or pile 2. Then we have bowl 3 or pile 3. So take your time choosing the bowl or the pile that you're attracted to, 1, 2 or 3. I've actually done a similar reading to this where I use the same watercolor reading technique, and I think the reading was called What Does Your Future Spouse Like About You, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you are interested in watching that one. But I used the same method there where I kept these bowls with watercolor in it to dry, and then I will basically read this bowl like a coffee ground cup. If you know about those coffee grounds reading, then it's similar to that, but because I am an artist, I'm using watercolors. I use watercolors as my medium and not coffee. So yeah, that's the short explanation for it. But yeah, you can pause the video here, take your time to select, or we can go ahead with the prayer of gratitude that I offer to you, your future spouse's energies, your spirit guides, just to tap me in and help me read for you better. I always do this before all of my readings. So yeah, if you are still not sure about which bowl to choose or which pile to choose, just stay with me. Just watch this prayer and listen and tap into the energy of this prayer. By the time it's over, you'll know which bowl to select. Dear pile number 1, 2 and 3 spirit guides, angel beings, spirit beings of the non-physical realm, we ask for your protection as we proceed in today's reading. May all evil eyes, negative intentions, negative energies be returned back to their senders. Please keep this reading clean and free of any negative influences. I welcome pile number 1, 2 and 3 and anybody that is new here on my channel, that is here for the first time. I welcome you, and I hold a safe space in my heart for your energy so I can read for you. I thank you for giving me the honor to read for you. I call upon your energy, your spirit guides, my spirit guides, angels, ancestors, to tap us in and allow me and the viewer a glimpse into the day where they will meet their future spouse, and any messages, guidance regarding that. Please allow me to speak to the viewer's heart so that they know if there is anything that they need to know, they know it. I welcome and hold space for all of your energies with divine love and pure intention. Thank you. Thank you for watching this prayer of gratitude pile number 1, 2 or 3. I am going to see you at your pile, so bye. See you in a bit. Welcome and hello if you chose bowl number 1 or you chose pile number 1. I always pick these colors out intuitively, so I did not pick the colors out myself, and I do not decide what the patterns are going to look like after they are dry. But for me, I am being shown horns. I'm being told that you could be having like a tough day. It's not a bad life. It's not a bad life for sure, but you're just having a difficult day in the sense that maybe you plan to go out and it's raining and you don't like rain. Things like that, small things not working out, like things that are on a daily basis which are not working out, and I see you kind of having a hard time. I see you being a little frustrated, like, okay, I don't know what's going on, I don't know, like I see you being confused, and I'm seeing rain. So if you live in an area, or I feel like you could be meeting your future spouse when during monsoon or when it's raining. I see that they are going to come towards you and help you. I see that they are going to come towards you and help you. They're going to ease your burden. So I feel like that is how you get to know them. I feel like they will approach you. They might see you on the street or in a cafe, like you're stuck because it's raining a lot, and then they'll come and offer help. Now, pile number 1, please be careful. Please be careful. Like, do not just allow strangers to help you. But yeah, that is what I'm being shown. I feel like you will know based on energy whether it's your future spouse or not, or whether it's a good person or not. So please trust your intuition. If you are going to allow to be helped, allow yourself to be helped by a stranger, please trust your intuition, because some people do not have good intentions, so you need to protect yourself. The teal is just reminding me very of water energy, oceanic energy. So you could have water placements, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or maybe some air placements, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You don't have to be, but that's just the energy I'm picking up for you. It is possible that you have a lot of strong chemistry, a strong sexual chemistry with your future spouse, with this person, when you first meet them. I feel like the day you're meeting them and you're kind of taken aback, like, whoa, wait a second, what's going on? So I feel like for some of you, maybe you're going to have one karmic relationship and then you're going to meet your future spouse. But for some reason, I'm picking up the energy of both of the relationships, and so maybe spirit wants to inform you, spirit wants to warn you that one of the partners, one of the people is karmic and the other person is your future spouse. And the way you're going to be able to tell is that with your future spouse, you'll feel more calmer, more grounded, safe. You'll feel like your thoughts have a certain direction. You won't feel so lost and chaotic. But with the karmic, you're going to feel extreme sexual chemistry. Confirmation. You're going to feel very bonded to them the very first time you meet them, because that's how karmic relationships are. They sometimes feel like you've known each other for a long time, and a lot of people confuse karmic relationships with dharmic relationships, but dharmic relationships are very different from karmic relationships. Karmic relationships almost come into your life to kind of teach you a lesson. So I feel like you're supposed to learn something from this experience and gain the wisdom that you need to gain before you meet your future spouse. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing you being taken to different directions by a lot of people that want to mislead you, that want to change the course of your life in some way or alter it in some way, make you do something that you don't want to do. I'm just seeing you being pulled apart in different directions by people because they want to fulfill their own manipulative agenda and they don't have good intentions for you. Hold on. Do you see how there's a lot of like horizontal lines right here that are like three of them are going that way, and then some of them are going this way? So that reminds me that you're going to be feeling pulled in different directions, because I feel like that is what people are doing to you. One of the ways, like people 444, as I say that, one of the ways that people might try to manipulate you is by changing your course of life or direction. So let's say that you have a karmic boyfriend or a girlfriend and they are like, yeah, but I want to live in America, so why do you have to move to Europe just because you got a scholarship there for your education, your higher studies? And you're like, no, but I want to go. And then they try to kind of manipulate you, and they're like trying to guilt trip you. This is a very specific scenario, like, and this is just an example, so this might not resonate with everyone, but I see this person being like, no, you shouldn't leave me, like, how can you just leave me here and go alone? And you're like, you can come with me, but they don't want to go, like they don't want to make the choice of going with you, but they are forcing you to stay with them in spite of your decision. Like, listen, I want to go travel, I want to go to Europe to finish my higher studies, and they are just not letting you. So I feel like one of the ways that people might try to manipulate you, or this karmic person in particular tries to manipulate you, is by trying to alter your life in some way. And spirit wants to warn you that do not live your life according to people, like live your life in your own way. So I'm seeing a stone here. They're showing me a stone right here, this black dot. They're showing me a stone and they're saying, be like a stone, like be unmovable, be stationary, in the sense like don't change or give up your values or things that make you feel good for anybody else, because that's not why you came here. You came here for yourself. You did not come here for anyone else, and you deserve to live your life in your own way, pile one. So that's what they're saying to me. This karmic relationship you could have had in the past also, maybe with your parents. For some of you, I'm feeling like it was a similar manipulative tactic that they used to manipulate you. So you're going to be able to tell if there's another person that's coming through. You're going to be able to tell that it's them. I'm also seeing you being I see you as being a very attractive person. So I feel like the day you meet your future spouse, or the first time you're meeting them, with your future spouse, the sexual chemistry is still there, but it's not extreme in the sense that they are not very focused on that. I feel like they want to get to know you as a person, so they are not like they won't try to sleep with you right off the bat. They won't try to like do things like initiate any kind of physical intimacy in the initial stages of dating or initial stages of getting to know you, because they want to take their time to know you. They don't want to just jump, because they're focused on building a connection with you. So when somebody is focused on building a connection, they don't just jump right into the physical intimacy part, because sometimes that can cloud your judgment. So yeah, what is happening on the day they meet their future spouse? What is happening the day when pile number 1 meets their future spouse, please? What's happening the day pile number 1 meets their future spouse? Okay, let's see. We have the Chariot. Wow, I did say you were going somewhere. 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Coins. We have the Star. Okay, beautiful. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. Don't get scared. Reverse cards are not bad. Like, don't get scared. It's fine. Seven of Wands. We have Death reversed. And we have King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. With Death coming out in reversed and the King of Coins coming out in reverse, maybe it's some kind of financial concern that you are going through during that day. So you're going to the bank or something, like you're going to sort out this financial problem and you're like, who should I talk to? And like everything is going wrong that day, in the sense that you have trouble meeting this person, or it starts raining so you can't go, and maybe there was a deadline but you can't go because the rain started, and that's not in your control. Like, I see you feeling like you're powerless or feeling like you're out of control. And the very first card that came out for you was the Chariot, right? If it is not a financial concern, I see that it could have something to do with some kind of authority figure, and they said that you had to get something done, or you're going to be fired, like something like that. But I see that if you are fired, it's a blessing, because we have Star here. So if you're fired, like whatever thing is going wrong that day is actually a blessing in disguise, even though it doesn't feel good to you, but it's a blessing in disguise. We have the Ace of Cups reversed here, so it's a blessing in disguise, and you don't see it that way. So it's because it doesn't feel good, right? So you don't see it. You're like, I don't see the point of this day. Like, this day couldn't get any more horrible. But later down the line, when you look at your life back, like when you look back at your life, you're going to realize, oh, that day was actually one of the most important days, because that's the day I met you. I met your future spouse. So I met my future spouse. Okay, I'm stumbling on my words. Sorry, pile one. But that's the day you meet your future spouse, and I feel like you're going to look back at that day and be like, yeah, everything worked out the way it had to for me to find out my path. And like, it gives hope back to you, in the sense that you know that like once this event happens, I see that you have more trust and belief and faith in the universe. And because you realize that sometimes you're put in situations where things don't feel good or things don't work out in your way, but that's because it's a divine intervention. So I see universe being like, oh, it's time to meet your future spouse, and they're like, oh, take pile number one, and they put it, like they take you and put you here, and you're like, oh no, I came backwards, like what happened? I've taken 10 steps back. So the way you see it like you've gone backward, you've gone back to square one, and you have to start again. But when you come here, then that's where your future spouse is, and they kind of find you and they come towards you. So when you look back at your life, you're going to be like, okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense that is what had to happen in order for you to meet your future spouse. Now don't get discouraged. I see you feeling like you want to click off. If anything is making you uncomfortable, like, it's okay, you can click off. But your spirit guides are saying, like, don't get discouraged by this, that this day is not going to work out for you, because the reason why it's not working out for you, I'm listening to that quote or lyric, I think, things fall apart so that they can fall back together. I think it was Taylor Swift, one of Taylor Swift's songs, like, things fall apart so that they can fall back together. Oh my god, 12 as I said that. Wow, you guys have a divine psychic connection for sure. I feel like some of you, those who are intuitive or psychic in some way, you're going to recognize that this is an important connection. You might not outright know the first time you meet them that it's your future spouse, but I see you kind of recognizing that, okay, I know that this person is going to be an important person, like they have something to contribute in my life. I feel like this 9 of coins is the energy of your future spouse, and they are going to come in and be like, oh, do you need help with that? Oh, I can help you. Oh, like I can give you a ride if it's raining and you're kind of apprehensive about getting into a stranger's car. And be careful, pile one, I'm saying it again, be careful, okay? Be careful. But they have such a radiant and optimistic, positive kind of energy that you're not, you can't help yourself but be pulled towards them. And you see how this Chariot, this person is actually on a ship, he's on a boat. And in the traditional tarot deck, we have the chariot where he's literally on a chariot, and we have like two animals, with one of them is black and one of them is white, and he's kind of navigating. He controls both, and he's navigating. But here we have him in the sea, right? So, and this is the first card that came out for you, the chariot, and he's navigating the tumultuous sea, the ocean, and his what are these called? Fishes. Like, he is in control basically, like he's navigating the ship. So I feel like you're going to feel out of control before, and then you'll feel good, and then you'll be like, okay, I know why that happened. Because once it starts to make sense to you, okay, I had to meet like my future spouse on a supposedly bad day, then it starts to make sense, like, okay, things had to not work out so that your future spouse can come and help you basically. So yeah, I kind of see them. I just heard knight in shining armor. Now I'm not saying that you need like somebody else to save you. I'm not saying that, but I just kind of see your future spouse coming in like a ray of sunshine, like a star into your life. And they're like, oh, you're having trouble. Even if you're a man watching this and they are a woman, like you're inquiring for a woman, your future spouse is a woman. I see this woman being, first of all, she's very physically attractive. She is extremely beautiful, and you're like, why is this beautiful woman trying to help me? You might think that for a second, and then you're like, okay, hold on, and you kind of accept her help, and something happens that you exchange numbers, and that's how the relationship starts. Like, you start to contact each other, and because of that one rendezvous, you know how sometimes you're going somewhere and then your car breaks down and you have no help, and then somebody comes and helps you. That's the kind of situation I'm getting. So even though you're supposedly having a bad day or like something, don't get discouraged. First of all, pile one, it's not bad, it's nothing bad. But I see that you see how your first card was chariot, and this person is on a tumultuous sea, like I said, right? Now it can be difficult to navigate a tumultuous sea, because you have to be very you have to know, first of all, how to ride a boat properly, and you see how he's in control. So I feel like you're going to feel back in control after this event happens, where you're like, no, you know what, I can do this. I see why that bad day happened. I see why I had to like lose hope. I see why that day I didn't feel so good about myself or feel so good about my life that day. I see why I was so sad or disappointed or in despair. I see why that happened. And you see how there is a shield here. At least I'm seeing it as a shield, so I feel like you're going to be very protected. So you might be having a bad day, but you're very protected, so don't worry, you're protected. And then later on, you're going to enjoy your life with your future spouse. Like, yeah, remember that day we met? Remember that day? Oh my god, I was having such a bad day and you came in. It's going to be a story like that. It's a beautiful story. Okay, I just want to pick one last card for you. Wow, we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, so I see you celebrating. I see you celebrating your meeting. Like, okay, I see why that day things had to happen the way they happened. Because I had to come meet you. Like, I had to come into your life. And it makes sense to your future spouse as well. They are like, oh, I know why your car broke down. It's because I had to come and help you. It's because you had to come meet me. With the Three of Cups being here, I'm seeing you guys, like, I'm being shown a party where the person is giving, you know, that, what's it called? The first man speech. Basically, it's during a wedding, and the first man, like, is it called first man? Is it called bridesmaid? I'm sorry if I'm not getting the terminology correct. But basically, it's a party where everybody, including the people that are getting married, sit down, and then like people that are closest to them give long speeches. And I see your friend, I see one of your female friends getting up and being like, pile number one was having such a bad day and this and that, and pile number one was really going through a lot, and then pile number one's future spouse came in, and I see everybody kind of like clinking glasses, and I'm seeing like a party. I'm seeing you in a white dress, so mostly, yeah, I mean, it's a future spouse, so you're going to get married to them, but yeah, I see you getting married to them. I see like a celebration, and suddenly everything in your life makes sense. Like when that moment comes, everything in your life is going to make sense. Like I see why my life had to be like that. I see why I had to live in a way that I had no hope, or I was going through a lot, or I had a lot of problems, or I had a lot of death moments in my life. I see why all of those happen. It's because all of those moments were leading me to here, to this moment. And I see you kind of rising up from the mud like a lotus. You know how lotus grows up in the mud, right? So I see you kind of growing up in that mud, where you might come from nothing and then you go to having everything in your life. Like you have financially abundant, you have a great future spouse by your side, you have a great family to support you, have great people to support you. Like you came from nothing, like from rags to riches. That's the energy that I'm seeing, from rags to riches. So if you are watching this and you come from a poor family or something, like you're going to have a lot of abundance in your future, because I am seeing that for you. So have hope. Like don't lose hope, don't lose your faith. Like this reading is for you to have hope. Like this is going to happen. Your future spouse is definitely coming in, okay? So have hope, don't lose hope, have faith. It is just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, right? Whether or this person is definitely coming in. Your future spouse is definitely coming in. It's just a matter of when. That's it. Because it's like, if you clicked on this reading, obviously it is confirmed that you are meeting them, because that's the name, right, of this reading, the day you meet your future spouse. So this is definitely happening for you. It's just a matter of when. So yeah, my pile number one, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed, and like, subscribe, or comment down below if you resonated, if you like this type of readings, because I do a lot of these watercolor readings on my channel, so you can check those out. I'll leave links in the description if you want to see my channel painting readings, where I basically paint the energy. And yeah, lots of readings like that. You can check those out if you like this one. Let me know what resonated, and I'm gonna thank you, thank your future spouse, thank your spirit guides for coming through, thank all of the cards that we used today, this bowl and the watercolor, the sacred water that I used today. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for pile number one. It was such an honor to do this reading for you, pile number one. I hope you stick around and become a permanent part of my soul family if you want to. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you and wish you luck, and wish you all of the love for watching this one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my loves. If you chose bowl number two, this maroon, pink, purple kind of bowl, I've actually mixed two colors. This is going to be your reading, by the way. I've actually mixed two colors here. I mixed a purple and a naphthalite maroon, Daniel Smith naphthalite maroon. So let's begin your reading. I'm first going to read your energy from this bowl that I prepared before I started your reading. This is similar to a coffee grounds reading, where the reader basically reads energy from coffee in a bowl. But since I am an artist and I am an intuitive artist, I'm going to read for you from a bowl that I prepared with watercolors and water instead of coffee. So yeah, let's begin. I felt like I needed to say that, so maybe some of you are new, and because there were a lot of new people watching pile 1 as well, so yeah, maybe for pile 2. Take me to the day they meet their future spouse, please. I don't know why, but I saw a baby. I saw children. I'm seeing that some of you could be a volunteer in a non-profit organization, an NGO that helps children in some way. and that is why you're meeting your future spouse. That was very specific. So that has to be for a select few of you, but that's what I'm seeing for you. Because I saw a baby and that's my hair flying into your cup. I'm so sorry. No, the hair is attached to my head. It's attached to my head. It's not broken. Okay, let me see. I'm having a... Okay, I feel like I'm going to tie my hair because it keeps getting in the way. Hold on. Okay, we're back, and I feel like it's an unexpected meeting. I feel like the way it starts with a friendship. So you're not even looking at each other as like spouse material, because it starts off very organic. I'm seeing that some of you are kind of disappointed hearing that, but listen to me. It's great when a romantic relationship starts off with friendship, because then you have that necessary emotional bonding, and that friendship kind of shows you who you are inside. And so when you actually get into a romantic relationship, the relationship is not based on physical attraction. It is based on your understanding of each other, the friendship that you have between each other, and it's based on that connection instead of chemistry, because connection and chemistry are not the same, right? So I see this relationship developing in a very... I feel like they are your friend, and one day they're going to pop that question like, I've loved you for a long time. Like your future spouse is going to do that, or one of you is doing that, and then you're kind of shocked, like, oh wait, I didn't know that you felt that way. And so that is why it was hard for me to read the energy, because it's not like you're meeting somebody. I feel like this could be a person you know. For some of you, it's a person that you know that might pop this question, or just like if it's a new person, then it starts off with friendship, and then it's a while before they confess. It's a while. It takes a while. It takes a while before they confess and let you know that they had feelings for you all this time. So that is why it was a bit hard to read the energy, because it's like you're not meeting somebody and then it's like a romantic connection right off the bat and there's insane chemistry. It's not like that. It's very slow, it's calm, it's romantic, it's deep, especially because you chose this color, 𝑛aphthimide maroon. Now if you are new here, I always say this in all my readings, but I do not choose the colors. The spirit chooses the colors and they tell me. So that is why all of the colors in the bowls are different, is because I do not choose them. And for you, they took me to 𝑛aphthimide maroon. So once you get past that friendship phase, the passion is so intense, like the chemistry is so intense. I see you being all over each other. I see you kind of making out in the corridors, and anyway, that's more R-rated, so I won't get too into it. But I see I'm being taken to roses because of this color right here. They're taking me to roses and flowers, and so I feel like it's a deeply romantic connection. Just because it starts off with friendship doesn't mean it's not romantic or passionate, because I'm definitely seeing a lot of passion for you. I'm seeing them just being so allured by you, being so enchanted by you and your presence. I see them kind of staring at you, and you're not even doing anything. Like you're just doing something casual or normal that you do every day, like maybe tying up your hair or cooking some food, and you're roaming around the house in a oversized tee and shorts, and your future spouse is just staring with like, oh my god. Like that's the kind of energy. It's such a home and family kind of energy. It's almost like they are not taking me to any kind of specific day, because it's almost like they have been together energetically. Your spirit guides are like, what day you want us to take you to? Like they have been together. This is so cute. Your friendship is so beautiful. I feel like when you guys get into fights or anything, like something bad happens, I feel like you guys have a very mature approach to it, or you will have a very mature approach to it, where you guys will, because you're already friends, right? So you know what makes the other person tick, or why there could be a fight on the particular topic that you guys are fighting about. And so because you know each other so well before you got into a romantic relationship, it's going to be very easy for you to navigate those difficult moments that every couple faces, like I feel like you're not going to have such a hard time with that. So even if there is a fight, or even if like something happens, you guys have a very practical way of dealing with it, like okay, let's talk, kind of like how friends talk, how friends make up after they've had a fight. Like that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm also seeing like you guys have both of you have a childlike energy. So you could have Cancer, you don't have to have it, but you could have some Cancer Pisces energy in your chart, maybe some Taurus. I'm sensing some earth water energy, but specifically Cancer, Pisces and Taurus for sure, and maybe Leo and Aries. Yeah. I'm seeing both of you, because there is so much friendship, and friendship was the basis of love. I see you being comfortable. There is a lot of comfort here. You're very comfortable with this person, and you're very comfortable with them seeing you with no makeup on, or you're just like sick. If you're sick, then you're comfortable with them because you know that they are not going to judge you. Yeah, because sometimes that is there during first dates, where you want to impress the other person, and it feels more like an interview. I feel like there is no such thing here, because it's already it's a connection based on ease and understanding and comfort and safety and calmness, practicality, groundedness. So I see you being very comfortable with each other. Yeah, your future spouse is again taking me to the more passionate R-rated side of things, but I'm gonna keep this reading clean and not get too much into it. But just know that they have a lot of passion for you, especially if you are a woman inquiring for a man. They have a lot of passion for you, and you're going to witness it after things get official. It's like you have a special place in their heart. I know I said that, you guys are deep, there's a deep friendship, but you guys have a special place in your future spouse's heart. 100%. 100%. You guys have a special place in your future spouse's heart. Yeah, I'm seeing water. They're showing me a waterfall. So it's possible that you or your future spouse loves waterfalls, or some kind of water body. Maybe you could be living in an area where there is a lot of water with your future spouse, like near a lake. I'm seeing, oh, confirmation. I'm seeing a house near a lake, like directly at the shore of the lake. Like I'm being taken to all of those movies where I saw a house near the lake, and it was shot. Those scenes were shot near the house where there is a lake or a water body, some kind of river. So maybe you could be living with your future spouse like a slow life, especially if you have Taurus and water placements. I'm not surprised, because you might not like that whole like hustle culture and like going towards some kind of goal like a crazy person. Not that that's bad, but you might not like it, or you might not like that kind of life, because you're like, what is the point even? Like, if the goal is happiness, then I'm happy right now, and I'm happy like this. I don't need to drive myself insane and make myself sick chasing happiness, or chasing something that I don't even know if I'm going to get at the end. So what is happening? Please take me to pile number ones and their future spouse's energy. Ooh, that card just flew. It flew. Wow, you have the King of Swords. Beautiful. I love that. Okay, some more cards, please. I'm gonna... Okay. So the first card that we have, the King of Swords, the Magician. Okay. The Page of Wands. Okay. We have the World reversed. Okay. Then we have the Seven of Wands reversed. We have Four of Cups. We have Four of Wands. Oh my god, look at this. This is a wedding. Look at this. You could be drawn to pile number 1, some of you. If that is the case, please watch pile number 1, because I'm feeling that there were some really important messages for you. I don't know why this card just gave me that. If you were drawn to pile 1, then. If you were not drawn to pile 1, then this is your reading. This is the only reading that is meant for you. Okay. With the King of Swords being here, Swords is air energy. Air energy is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I see you and your future spouse kind of exchanging witty remarks. Like, you're that couple who's always like trolling each other, but in a fun way. But the moment somebody else says something insulting to your future spouse, both of you are like, wait, what did you say? What did you say? Say that again. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up. Like, they might be like, what are you wearing? Like, just in a fun way, not in an insulting way. They're like, and you're like, I like this, so I am wearing that. I see you being like that. So maybe that is why, because they kind of like to provoke you a little bit. Look at this, like, bird, like, I don't know what animal this is, but it's giving me that Aries energy for some reason. Maybe it's because of the orange and red colors here. It's the King of Swords is not Aries energy, but I'm being taken to that Aries energy. And you know, Aries people, they like to provoke their partners, and they like to like irritate their partners in a loving way. And I see your future spouse doing that to you, and you're like kind of turned off by it, and you're like, no, this can't be my person. There is no way that this is my person. And I feel like you're maybe, because these 3 cards are in reversed here, I feel like you might try to keep them away from you and be like, no, this is not my future spouse. It's not possible. I don't want to be with you. Like, you might even reject them when they confess that they have feelings for you, or you might even get mad, like, what do you mean you've been in love with me all this time? Go away. I feel like that's your energy, because your future spouse does not fit into your ideal type. So you might like a different kind of man, a woman, a partner, and you don't see this person because it starts off with friendship, right? And I see your future spouse, especially if you're a woman and this is a man, they did not confess that they loved you because they knew that you don't see them in a romantic light. You don't see them as romantic partner material, and that is why they kept their feelings to themselves. But then it got too much and they confessed, and so still you're going to have some reservations, you're going to have some resistance, like, okay, no, you are not my type, like that kind of thing. That is what I'm sensing from you. But at the end, I feel like you're going to say yes, because we have literally, like, the card, this is a marriage, by the way. This is an Indian marriage where there is a floral garland that the husband and the wife like put on each other as one of the rituals. They put a floral garland on each other. You see how she has, like, she's blue in color. That's interesting to me. One of the Hindu gods called Krishna is usually depicted to be blue in color. He's also said to be dark skinned, but for some reason he's always depicted as blue in color. And his I don't know if I can call her a lover, but we call her a bhakt. I think it means a devotee, and his devotee is Radha. So it's that kind of relationship, like Radha Krishna. In India it said Radha Krishna. So I feel like it's that kind of relationship. It's very sacred, it's very divine. But you know how Krishna used to always annoy Radha, like little kids, right? They were little kids, and he used to always annoy her. And yeah, one day he had to leave to go, and she was heartbroken. She was like, you have to take me with you, like, do something, and I cannot live without you. That's what Radha says to Krishna, and Krishna actually gives her his flute and he says that I will never play music, like I will never play the flute if you are not the one listening. I feel like it's similar to that. So it's that kind of devotion. I'm not saying that your future spouse is going to do the same for you, but I'm just feeling that kind of devotion that this person has towards you. And I feel like when you see that they are very devoted to you, that they are not joking, that they are not, you know, making fun of you, you're going to kind of take down your walls, and you're going to be less defensive. With the Seven of Wands being reversed here, you're going to kind of take down your walls and like, okay, this person is not joking, and you see that this person is for real, and that this person is genuine about their feelings. You see how there is a cup in the background here, right? Ace of Cups, it's reminding me of Ace of Cups, which also came out for pile number 1, where Ace of Cups is usually, I see Ace of Cups as like a romantic proposal, as a romantic gesture, the first romantic gesture, because it's the ace, right? So that is what I'm seeing for you. And I see that once you see how devoted they are, you're going to slowly fall in love with them. So it's a slow relationship, and then once the passion picks up, the passion is so insane, you guys. I wish I could do like an 18+ reading, but YouTube doesn't allow that. And yeah, maybe I'm thinking of starting like my own Patreon or some kind of monthly subscription, where basically you can get more exclusive readings, and there I will be more unfiltered and more exclusive content there. So 18+ readings, I will do more watercolor readings, more channel painting readings according to you and your will. So I'm thinking of that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Would you guys love to be a part of my Patreon family if I start like those monthly exclusive tarot readings? Then I will personally curate all the readings there for you. And yeah, it's according to your wish. You can select the topic there. So yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because this, I wish I could get into your 18+ like energy, because it's so beautiful. It's so sacred, first of all, but it's also really, really like sensual and passionate, you know. But I can't get into it because yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the reading here. Is there anything else that you would like to say to pile number 1? Okay, finally they're saying that you are their world. You are their world. They took me to this card and they were like, world. You are their world. So do not doubt that. Do not doubt that. I feel like because you might be doubtful in the beginning, that's why they're saying that. Like, you don't need to doubt. This is real. This is beautiful. Like, this is ours. This relationship is ours, and I am yours. That's what they're saying. That's what they want to say to you. Okay, my pile number 2s, I think that was it. Your future spouse also might be a Scorpio, or just have the energy of a person, maybe Aries I picked up in the middle. So Aries, Scorpio, like just a person who will not let difficulties keep them down. Your future spouse is the kind of person who does not let difficulties keep them down. I feel like they are like, no, I'm going to be my own star. What do you mean I need to find a light at the end of the tunnel? I am the light. I will pave my own way. I will break the tunnel. Like that's the kind of energy your future spouse has. And I feel like you're going to really admire and respect them. You're going to grow to admire and respect them, their way of life, and the way their work ethic. I just heard their work ethic. So I feel like you're going to have a lot of admiration for whatever they do for a living. Maybe it's something to do with like service to people, that is very useful to people. Like, you know how tarot readers literally, like, life is devoted to people, because they basically give you guidance that is from the spirit realm, components that need to be brought into the physical reality from the spirit realm. That's what we do. That's what we as readers do for you, as for people. So I feel like it's something similar to that, something magical, something to do with magic. The Magician, maybe your future spouse is a magician. I don't know. That was very specific. But even if they are not like a magician in real life, they are a magician in life. They will get what they want, for sure. And yeah, I'm going to end the reading now. It was such an honor to do this reading for you, my dear pile number 2s. If you are not subscribed to the channel, I hope you do if you like this reading, because I do a lot of watercolor readings and you can check those out in the link in the description if you want to see whether you like my energy as a reader for you. Yeah, please consider liking, subscribing, comment down below, let me know what parts resonated with you. And yeah, I'm going to take the time to thank you, your future spouse, your spirit guides, my spirit guides, all of the cards that we used today. Thank you, the divine water and watercolor that I used today. Thank you for allowing me to read for pile number 2 and for allowing me to convey the right and accurate messages for pile number 2. I'm sending you so much love, and hopefully I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 3, you chose this beautiful bowl right here. This color right here is called lunar violet. And when I was preparing for your reading for pile number 3 for you, I was taken to the moon. I'm actually using this deck called Tarot of the Divine, and they just took me to the moon. And I thought, oh wait, it's possible that a lot of people that have Cancer placements are watching today's reading, or maybe some of you felt drawn to all of the piles, because especially if you're a Cancer, because I'm seeing Cancer energies come out for all of the piles. And yeah, they took me to that. So it's possible that you are a lunar child or a moon child. Even if you're not a Cancer, I feel like the moon energy or the lunar energy affects you a lot. So be careful. And let's get into your reading. If you are new here, I am Mystique. I'm an intuitive artist, and I have basically invented something called watercolor readings, where I sometimes paint the energy on a paper. I call those channel painting readings. Sometimes I will do my thread painting readings, where I use a thread and I put it on a paper, and then based on the patterns formed, I read your energy. So that functions like a Rorschach test. And this is one of the my bowl readings, my bowl watercolor readings, where I kept this to dry for about 7 days, I think. And based on the patterns that form, I'm going to read the energy from this bowl. And this is similar to a coffee grounds reading, where the reader uses coffee in a bowl and they read the energy based on that. But since I am an artist and watercolors are my main medium, and I basically fuse art and spirituality, so I use this technique called watercolor reading that I created. And let's get into it. First of all, I'm seeing a cloud. I'm seeing this as a cloud, this right here as a cloud, and this rain right here. So I feel like it could be raining in your area, or maybe it's raining out of season. Like, it's not monsoon, but it's raining. It's not supposed to rain, but it's raining on that day. So it's like a special day. I'm seeing water droplets on leaves, and how water droplets kind of slip off from the leaves, because leaves are waterproof basically, and they don't absorb water inside. Oh, that was very close to a sound of a thunder or something banging when it rains. It's not raining here, by the way, it's summer, but it's very similar. And I feel like you are kind of huddled up in yourself. I'm seeing you very huddled up in your sweater, in your cozy sweater, and you're like, oh, it's not supposed to be this cold. It's May, it's June, but I don't know why it's so cold. Or maybe if you're going to... Okay, so that is why we have a lot of like these particles in your bowl, because it's not a smooth layer. So maybe I'm seeing that as rain. I'm being, you know how, have you gone to the ocean when it rains? You see how the surface looks of the ocean when it rains? It looks like dot 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 dot, you know, because the rain keeps coming, and you can see that pattern being formed. And this looks like that to me, this part right here. Doesn't it look like that a little bit? Because you could see it as differently, but That's what they are showing me, and that's what it looks like to me. Okay, interesting. Now I'm seeing somebody fighting in the rain, in the ocean. What is this about, spirit? Is there anybody fighting? Maybe you witness a fight of some sort. It's not you. This is not your energy or your future spouse's energy for sure, but maybe you're witnessing some kind of fight on the street, or you witness some kind of a robbery and you're running away from it. They're just showing me like random things. They're showing me the Statue of Liberty inside the bowl. Why are you showing me the Statue of Liberty? Is your future spouse going to come in and take you away from all of this chaos? Yeah, your future spouse is coming in and taking you away from, because your bowl looks very chaotic, right? In the sense that there are such rich layers formed. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But it's dry, so it doesn't come off, you see? Like, the pattern is dry. Yeah, I'm going to start with your cards now. So let's see what your cards are saying. What is happening the day they meet their future spouse? It's raining for sure. That was a similar message in pile number 1, I think, where it was raining as well. They are also meeting their future spouse when it's raining. I feel like it's the same for you, but it's an out of seasonal. It's not a seasonal rain. It's an out of season rain. Okay, I'm going to take that. Take this and this. Lots of cards for you. Let me put that here. We have the Sun. We have the Queen of Cups. Wow. We have the Ace of Swords, 8 of Cups, and Justice. Okay, interesting. It's a very strong energy. Very strong energy, because look at the amount of court cards that came out for you and the major arcana. We have 3 major arcanas, and then we have 3 court cards, right? Knight, Queen, Queen. So yeah, big energy. Maybe the number 6 means something to you. Maybe the number 3 means something to you. Maybe it's one of your angel numbers. Maybe 8 is one of your angel numbers. I'm picking up some kind of Plutonic water energy, Scorpionic energy. You could be a Scorpio. You don't have to be. I'm just reading your energy that way. I feel like you're going through a lot, either when you're watching this reading or when you meet your future spouse. The day you meet your future spouse, you're going to be going through a lot. Mentally, I feel like it's inside yourself. It's not so much outside you. It's very much inside you. It's your internal world that is constantly shifting, constantly renewing itself. And I feel like because we have the Queen of Coins reversed and we have the Queen of Cups upright right here, I feel like you might be in the process of, maybe you clicked on this reading just for fun, because I don't see you getting too obsessed with the concept of future spouse. And like, you would be happy to kind of walk away and be like, yeah, I'll do this alone. Like, you would not hesitate to kind of walk away. Like, the Emperor is reversed here. But I see your spirit guide saying that it is time for you to claim your power. It is time for you, because we have the Sun beside the Emperor, right? And the Emperor is reversed here. So I feel like you might be feeling stuck or powerless, or anxious about something, like you're worried about something. Yeah, they're showing me these horns, which is, I think it was pile 1, which was this bowl. It's literally that. It's literally the same horns. It's the same horns. But maybe you were attracted to that bowl. Maybe. If you were, consider watching that reading as well. There might be important messages for you there. You're being called into your energy in the sense that either you are already in your independent energy, or if you are not, they are calling you in it. With the Ace of Swords being reversed here and the Sun and the Emperor being reversed here, they're calling you. I feel like universe wants to give you some kind of financial abundance in particular, or some kind of material abundance in particular, but I feel like you're not in the receptive mode, because I feel like you're too much in your head. And like, don't listen too much to your thoughts. If you feel like you're not deserving, you're not worthy, or something like that, like, don't listen to that too much, because it's not true. Okay, just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's true. Your thoughts could be like, okay, I don't deserve it, am I going to be able to do it, what if I fail? Like, it's okay, it's okay. You have these thoughts sometimes, but that doesn't mean it's true. If you thought about your future spouse and you've thought like, okay, I don't know if this person is real, I'm probably never going to meet them, that's not true. You're going to meet them for sure, because we have the Sun here. The Sun is one of the most brightest optimistic cards in the tarot deck, and it's also one of my favorites, because yeah, like, be optimistic. You are meant to shine like the sun, and I feel like the more you're in your power, that is what is going to attract your future spouse in. Like, the more confident you become, that is what is attracting your future spouse. If you have people pleasing tendencies, remember that if you want to meet your future spouse, I see that you need to be in your power to attract this person into your life. I feel like some of you might have tried to manifest your future spouse, or manifest a romantic relationship, a divine partnership, and it has not been working out lately, and you don't know where this person is. Are they even coming? Because we have Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles reversed here, and Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest knights, okay? And I feel like you could feel like material abundance is coming in very slowly, or that this person is coming towards you very slowly and you don't know where they are. You're being called to focus on yourself. You're being called to focus on yourself. Focus on being in your own power, wielding your own sword. You see how he has a sword here? He's the Emperor, but he has a sword here. In the traditional tarot, he does not have a sword, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and then there's a sword here, there's a sword here, even though this is the Justice card. So then he's holding like a wand thing in his hand. Yeah, you are being called to step back into your power, and remember that whatever this difficulty you're going through is, you are better than that. Like, you are stronger than that, and you can get through it with success and with happiness. Like, you don't have to be sad, you know? You don't have to go through it like, oh my god, I have to go through this bad period of my life. Like, it might be a bad period, things might not be working out for you, but you can still be like, go through it happily and be like, okay, I'm deciding to be happy no matter what happens, so that's what I'm deciding to be optimistic no matter what happens, and that's what I'm going to do. And I feel like that's going to help you get out of this stagnant, stuck energy. But I asked what is happening on the day they meet their future spouse, but they wanted to make this reading about you. Sometimes it happens that when I do a future spouse reading, the reading becomes about the viewer, because spirit guides want to give you an important message. And I feel like this particular pile is one of those piles where your spirit guides want to focus very much on you and not your future spouse, you know? Okay, but can we get any messages on what is happening during the day they meet? With the sun being here, it could also, either it's raining, like I said, or it's sunny, so it's during summer. So maybe it is like the rain comes, if it's an out of season rain, let's say that it's raining one day in summer because of some cyclone or something, like a storm or something, and it's raining. It's not supposed to rain, but it's raining, and then the sky clears up and the sun is back. And I feel like it's during that time you're meeting your future spouse. But I feel like your spirit guides want to keep it a bit of a secret with the Emperor reversed here. Like, they don't want to give you everything. They're keeping it a secret because they're like, it's best if you don't know, because they want you to sense it intuitively. With the Queen of Cups being here, they want you to sense it by your own self. So it's almost like they don't want to, they're like, surprise, we are going to surprise pile 3. Oh, okay, all right. She's also holding a cup. A cup. And she's inside water. She looks like a mermaid to me. Yeah, you're definitely going through something. Look at this figure crying. Look at this figure crying, right? Somebody did something to you. Maybe it was an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend. The very first thing I heard was ex-boyfriend. So for some of you, that was very specific. It was an ex-boyfriend. They did something to you. They broke your heart. Oh, okay. So if something like this happened, then you might believe that you're not worthy of love, or you did something wrong. If not, you might be angry that this person disrespected you or treated you the way that they treated you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're angry because now you know you're a queen. Because in the past, you didn't know that you deserve respect, or you didn't put in the necessary boundaries with this ex-boyfriend or this person that is like a karmic. And I see you kind of putting that boundaries now and understanding yourself now. And the more you understand yourself, the better partner you will attract. So that is why they want to make this reading about you, because the more understanding you have of yourself, because the sun also rules the self, right? The ego, like what you were born to do, what you were born to be, kind of that thing. So it's possible that is why this reading is all about you. Because when you clear your own energy, that's when this Emperor comes in. If you are a woman watching this and you're inquiring about a man, your future spouse is a man, you are straight, then I see that your person is going to come in when you start making your life about yourself. Like, live selfishly. I just heard live selfishly. Wow, that was very specific. They're saying live selfishly. Live for yourself. Like, make decisions for yourself. Live for yourself. This is your life. You came here, like, you deserve to make it what you want it to be, and you don't deserve to make it about other people, because obviously it's your life. So that is why we have justice here as well. If this was a person who did something bad to you right here, then justice is being served. Justice is going to be served to them. And I feel like spirit is going to kind of break something or bring a tower moment in their life that's going to make them realize that they let you go and that was a bad decision. But so that's why we have 8 of Cups here. Like, they are literally leaving. So that was you left this connection because it was karmic, or you were not happy in it. And I see justice being served. Like, I feel like they might regret letting you go, or they might regret not contacting you or keeping some kind of distance. They might have been cold towards you, or might have you got in a runner-chaser dynamic where you kept running after them, and the moment you stop, that's when they realize, like, oh my god, wait, what happened to pile 3? They stopped chasing me. And then their self-esteem is taking a hit, because the only thing that was keeping them confident was the fact that you were willing to chase them. And now they are like, okay, wait, but now he or she is not chasing me anymore. What happened? And I feel like you've decided to move on, and you're like, no, I don't want this kind of drama. I don't want this runner chaser thing. I deserve better. I deserve a person who would also come towards me when I go towards them. It doesn't matter whether it's a twin flame or soulmate or whatever you call that relationship. You deserve respect, period. And you deserve equality, period. You deserve the amount of effort and love you put in be returned back to you, period. So don't chase them. And I feel like you stopped. If you didn't stop, you're being called to do so. You're being called to not chase anybody, because your future spouse is going to come towards you 110%. Like, if you're going to remember anything from this reading, remember that your future spouse is going to come towards you. You won't have to go and chase anybody, because they will initiate contact. They will be coming, like, they will put in the effort to get to know you, to take you on dates, give you flowers. And I see that they are going to do that. Like, you will not feel like you are some side piece, or you are, like, less priority of some less priority thing in their life. Like, you take the utmost priority in your future spouse's life, and anybody who's not treating you like that is not your future spouse. That was the last message for you, pile number 3. I'm going to end your reading here. Let me know if you liked the reading. Comment if it resonated. Subscribe if you want to become a permanent part of my soul family. I would love to have you here. I'm going to take the moment to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides, and all of the cards that we used today. Thank you. The water and the watercolor bowl, thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much for being here and spending time with me and listening to this reading. If you made it to the end, I love you so much. Mwah. And hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I'm sending you so much love and light. Bye.